Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay Alice Shay, and today we are going to be talking about cameras. This is not a buying guide per se. It is a video just containing information that you will need to consider when you are selecting a camera. Within the last 2 weeks, I've been getting so many DMs of people asking me what camera should they get. Is Canon better than Nikon? Is Nikon better than Sony? Just so many questions that I thought I'll just put into one video. So the first thing that you would need to ask yourself, what am I going to be using this camera for? Do you just want this camera to stunt, or do you want this camera as a professional that's going within the industry and you need a good camera for your work? Or are you a content creator on Instagram, or are you a vlogger? Because all these different industries, you can get one camera that will fit everything, but is it the best for you? So I would say if you're a YouTuber, content creator that's just getting in, that you don't need too much of a heavy camera, you don't want to really consider a lens or any other thing other than just the camera itself, you may want to look at compact cameras. Compact cameras are very small, very easy accessible. You can take it on the go. Really good for vloggers. I know a lot of vloggers do have that two kind of camera. They will have one DSLR and they'll have a compact camera for a vlog, but these compact cameras are coming and being packed in with so much great features, such as 4K video, slow motion, 25p, and going up to like 120p in slow motion. So these things are actually being packed in with great features. Also, you may want to be a beauty influencer on Instagram, not really focusing on YouTube, and you just want to look at cameras. You can also look at those compact cameras, but one thing that you need to consider when you are selecting those compact cameras are the megapixels as great compared to a DSLR. So you will need to look at the megapixels for that. You can also consider a mirrorless camera. It isn't as heavy as a DSLR, but these are literally market. Everyone's getting a DSLR camera now. I've got a DSLR camera. I also have a no, not DSLR. Everyone's getting a mirrorless camera now. Everyone's getting a mirrorless camera now, but I do have both. I do prefer a mirrorless camera. That's just me personally, but you may prefer a DSLR. So you need to consider these things. And as I said, this is not a buying guide, but just consider, okay, if you're going to be a YouTuber, content creator, or you're going to be professional use, there are different cameras for different things, and there are some cameras that are so market friendly that just are great for everything. Next thing, once you decide on what you're going to be using the camera for, you need to set a budget. Budgeting is so important when it comes to buying any sort of equipment, because you are presented with so many beautiful cameras, shiny things that you probably can't afford, but sometimes you buy it even though you can't afford it, and then when you do, you are happy anyway. But that's not what I did. Because it sounds too good to be true, but pardon me. But so you need to set a budget, especially when it comes to these cameras. If you are considering a mirrorless camera or a DSLR camera, you probably need to consider a lens as well within your budget, or you may have to consider a tripod, memory cards, lens caps, different lenses, and all those different things that nobody ever talks about. You may need to consider within your budget. So I remember one of my colleagues asking me that they had a budget of like 1,000, but they wanted the best camera, and I was like, I don't know if I can find a camera. If you want the best of the best and what you want to use it for, you may have to increase or save up a little bit more for a camera. And these are things that you're gonna be hit by. Like, it's gonna hit you in your chest. Like, it costs 1.5 just for the camera and not for the lens and not for the other accessories. So once you familiarize yourself with the industry and see what things you would need, you'll probably have to wait a bit when it comes to selecting your camera. I've done that myself. I probably waited for like a year and a bit to buy a new camera or a new lens, just because it was expensive and I just couldn't afford it at the time, so I had to save up. So yeah, that's the second thing that you need to consider. Another thing that I have presented to people that have asked me for camera gear advice is that you may want to rent it. So some things look absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. It ticks all the boxes. It's just, you've seen your favorite YouTuber use it and it's just great. But you buy it, not even secondhand, you buy it and you hate it because it's not the best one for you. So what I would consider renting the gear for the day. The market in London, especially if you're in London or if you're in, I don't know, around the other areas, that's bad, but I know you can rent gear. You can rent gear. I rent my gear from Fat Llama, and yeah, I rent gear from Fat Llama, and this is a great place to just use for the day and see, okay, is this worth the money, or is it worth me getting it? Is it the best camera for me? Because it may seem like it's great on paper, but it's not great practically to your day-to-day. You probably need something smaller, you need a better lens, or you need a better camera. So I would also rent. So that's one main thing I would do. So yeah, rent. Another thing that I've also presented to people is that, do you want to buy your camera secondhand? When someone presented this to me, I was like, secondhand? What's that? Like, do you see me? I'm brand new. I need things that are brand new. But I had to humble myself. The Lord humbled me, and I had to start buying things secondhand. I haven't brought a camera I have brought a camera secondhand. I did buy a camera secondhand. I brought my 5D Mark II secondhand. Excellent condition. It wasn't excellent condition, but I considered it excellent because there wasn't anything wrong with it. But I broke it. Yeah, I broke it. Well, I didn't break it on purpose, but it was water damaged. And I brought that from mpb.com, which I also brought some lenses secondhand. And people are just like, I can't trust secondhand, but absolutely, I've used it. Secondhand is amazing. You can ask questions, you can DM them, you can email them, but which I haven't really done. I just look at the different sections and find out whether that's okay. But yeah, consider renting and consider buying secondhand. Secondhand is amazing, so you don't have to spend so much buck on tech gear. Especially if you're not a techie, you'll be like, this is hurting me somehow. But yeah, that's one thing that you need to consider. Another thing that you need to consider is, are you going to be using the camera that you buy specifically for video, specifically for photos, or are you going to be using it as both? So for myself, I am a hybrid photographer. I love hybrid photography, so I love taking photos and I love taking a bit of video, slow motion, you know, on that 50 frames per second. I love that. So I'm a hybrid photographer, so whenever I am considering buying a camera, or the camera that I did buy, the EOS the EOS R Canon. Specifically, I knew this was going to be the best at the time hybrid camera for myself. It had a flip screen, it recorded in 50 frames per second, also at 25 frames per second. It also had 4K, a little bit of a crop, you know what, it's okay, it's okay, I forgive them. It had a little bit of a crop, and yeah, I just thought it's gonna be great because the megapixels are great. I'm able to switch over, keep my settings for video and keep my settings for photos and switch over and not be able to, I don't need to change it as well. So I knew that this camera was going to be the best for me, and it was within my budget, and I thought, okay, I've got this lens, I've already got this lens, so I don't really need to consider any other things. Okay, I had this budget of under £2,000, so I saved up £2,000, boom, and I bought it. So so you need to consider photos, video, or both. There'll be different cameras specifically for videos and then specific cameras just for photos, and so many different brands do specifically for photos and specifically for video, but a lot of them are now knowing that there are content creators on the run up and they needing both. So yeah, when you're looking for a camera, know whether the megapixels, whether it's great for video, and just understand and familiarize yourself with understanding the video codecs and all the other stuff. Yeah. All the other stuff. I'm gonna go into more techie videos like that, just to not scare you guys. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for today's video. I hope this has helped you, and if you do have any other questions, feel free to DM me. I may take a bit long to reply, I'm so sorry, but I will get back to you with these questions. There are an array of places that you can buy camera gear. My ultimate favorite is John Lewis because they give out the best guarantees, and if anything goes wrong, they got your back. So John Lewis all the time. Amazon is also great when it comes to returning gear back, but make sure you are getting it from Amazon and not a third party. Even though I love my third party sellers, I love you guys, but it's just easier when it comes to tech. It's just easier when it comes to returning stuff with Amazon. Another place is mpb.com. And what is it? CVC. Is it CVC? I met them like last year. They're really good. You can buy your stuff from Currys as well. Don't really buy it from those places. Yeah. You can buy it from there. Clifton Cameras. Clifton Cameras, I think, is like a small mini shop in like London. I brought my vlogging camera from there, which was great. So yeah, I will name a few more like third-party sellers that are like small shops, because I do like to support them, and I'll name them down below. I would also, yeah, that was it. I think that's it. But yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to DM me. I haven't really set up an email yet because I just feel like I don't need an email yet, but if you think I should get an email, let me know. It's just a lot. I've got so many emails. It's just a lot right now. Actually, I do need an email, don't I, if it's like partnerships? I'm not thinking about that stuff right now. It's too much headache. It's too much. This is too much in my head. It's too much headache right now. It's too much. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna see you in my next video. I hope this is not too long. I'm gonna try and cut it out. I'll make it to a small 10-minute video, and let me know what videos you guys want from me. I am really cut short with time right now because I have so many assignments due in soon. So if you have a long haul video that you want, it will be coming soon, I promise. I want the best on this channel. You know me, I'ma only do excellence, you know. I'ma only do excellence. Guys, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. God bless. I'ma see you later. Have a lovely week, have a lovely evening, and I'll see you. Bye.